the main tactic these people use is keeping me constantly on edge, keeping me constantly busy, keeping me constantly doing something else so that I don't have time to think things out. I don't have time to, what they do, strategize. How can someone who's a victim strategize? It's very hard. That's part of what this whole thing is about. What I think happened, and this is why I think they don't present proof just as I'm telling them. Just present the truth. Just present it as it happened. Don't come up with a twisted version of it, because that's the strategy. So a predatory tactic is always strategizing every little thing. In real life, we don't have time to do that. Part of growing up in New York, and they mentioned, growing up in New York, is that you're busy. Every little thing can't be strategized because you never know what's going to happen. Things happen in New York like this. I mean, 1 minute you're just doing one thing, something happens, and you're doing something else. We couldn't do it that way. It's impossible. But a reason why I think that these predatory tactics weren't native to America is because in other countries, they had different ways of operating. In this country, we don't believe in silencing people. If something happens, we say talk. That's what freedom of speech is. And they mentioned that in one of my videos. I said, we wouldn't have gotten the rights we got if we didn't have freedom of speech. Freedom of speech gave us the ability to talk about what we wanted and didn't make that part of it illegal. We would not have had these rights just for talking about certain things in certain countries where a lot of the people who are doing this to me, involved in this, just talking about certain things would have gotten them in trouble. In this country, I can't even think of an idea where someone would say, you're not allowed to talk about that. Why can't you? So just the ability to strategize is something that we have the freedom to do. But what I'm saying is they take it to a completely different, in a completely different direction. In their country, had they been able to strategize and do these things, it wouldn't have been allowed. I think that's part of why they bring that tactic here, because they have the freedom to talk about all these horrible things and then do it. Yet they don't want us to talk about it. And that's part of the problem. The freedom, they want to go back on my Twitter account. So I will be using some of my tweets as thumbnails since they want to talk about it anyway. The freedom to openly talk about things is something that if we didn't have it, Black people like me, we would never have any rights.